then all of a sudden you came to me and you said, hey, dynamic island in direct sunlight isn't as dynamic. That's what you were just saying to me. I'm surprised you don't have a tab for it. Or maybe you do. Were you saving it?
No.
Well, this is actually a new topic now.
Okay.
And it's called dynamic island in direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Which is what people were beginning to talk about today. I don't know where you got that image. Obviously, you don't even remember where you got that image because
I know The Verge had it.
Well, let's just go straight there then. Thank you to The Verge. But essentially, since this island is dynamic, it's reaching into sections of the display which aren't punched out, but instead are actual screen turned black. And even with the fancy display tech that's in here, in direct sunlight, you're able to spot the difference from where the cutout exists for the front-facing camera and where the island begins. So not quite as seamless as they had in their presentation, but I'm not surprised. I mean, I expected this. It's just, this is our first opportunity to really see how that works because of all these videos have emerged. The review embargo videos have all emerged. There you go. Direct sunlight. You had that was a pretty good shot there. You can just spot the difference. Now, is that a big deal? I don't think I'm willing to go so far as to say it's a big deal. I think it's still a fun and cool implementation. And I think it does help it vanish a little bit. Well, helps it vanish a little bit. And it takes something that's been an eyesore for how many generations now and it tries to turn it into a feature. But you have no dynamic island fun if you don't get the Pro model. And I think that's actually a pretty big discrepancy. Normally it's just like you have an extra camera or different colors to choose from, or maybe it's you have a slightly better build with the Pro model, things like this that might not matter as much to the average customer. But maybe the customer looks at this and says, dynamic island, that's the reason I'm gonna upgrade this year. I'm gonna look at it and be reminded that it's a new interface element, that it's a brand new phone. It's not the old phone. And I can point at a thing and say, that's the reason why.
So which one are you gonna choose?
It's like a refresh versus an all new. You know, in cars, they do that. The all new Ford Mustang.
Yes.
Like how much has to happen visually to go from refresh to all new? How much has to change? I saw an argument on Twitter that the new Mustang looks too much like the old Mustang or is sharing too many parts. And then I saw a response from somebody at Ford saying, no, we got a new suspension, new this, new that. Like, what does it take to be all new? I'm sure someone has a definition or description as to how to make that determination. And then I'm sure there's an argument for that.
Yeah.
But that thing that's pretty new.
It looks great.
It looks pretty, would you say it's all new, Will?
Well, that's the new one for 2024. So, yeah.
But our argument is all new versus refresh.
Does it have a dynamic island? If
That's
not,
actually what that is in the hood right there, that little hood section.
Oh, this thing
yeah,
right here?
that's actually a dynamic.
Okay, then yeah, it's new.
It's all new. The little hood scoop there is actually a dynamic. You tap on it. Well, I'm off the rails here, obviously, but I went back and forth too because I talked about dynamic island in direct sunlight and then went all the way back to sales.
Are you gonna get the
the
Pro or the Pro Max?
Actually this year I got 4 units.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what are you gonna use?
No, I would always use the Pro. I don't think I ever
the Pro.
use the regular version.
Got it.
But I don't know how typical it is to. I don't know how typical my lifestyle is, or the fact that I make videos on this. You know what I'm saying? It's not very typical. So the one that was interesting was the Mini because it was so different scale wise. But even that, I don't think I use it for any very extended period of time or anything like that. But anyway, you let me know in the comments which one is interesting to you and if what I said applies to you as to why you think the Pro models have attracted 80% of pre-orders. That's a lot of pre-orders, man. That's a huge percentage.